Well, what's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Man, very disappointing loss today. As yes, back-to-back losses. We lose in this one 20-17 to the Buffalo Bills, and another game and the same problems. Uh, and we could have taken the lead late with under 2 minutes if there was not a costly penalty on the Chiefs. If there was not a offside penalty on Kadarius Toney, and Kadarius Toney, who of course this season has had a number of drops, catches that should have been caught, and he had uh, another one of those today. He did have 3 catches for 25 yards, but a crucial penalty and a missed catch that seemed like a relatively easy catch. So, and well, with this loss, our hopes for being the number 1 seed again in the playoffs are pretty much in jeopardy. It seems like the Dolphins or the Ravens will get the number 1 seed. I mean, the Chiefs still have a chance. Same with the Jaguars, but it seems pretty unlikely. So, anyway, Patrick Mahomes would throw an interception on the Chiefs' first series, 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 30, and so then the Bills would get it back. However, they would not score. But then they would score on their next series. Josh Allen would throw to running back James Cook, 25 yards to make it 7-0 Buffalo. And then just 2 yards on our next series. Could have gotten more if there was not a false start. And then the Bills would go up 14-0 early in the second quarter. Josh Allen a 6-yard run to give the Bills a 14-0 lead. And that was Josh Allen's see, that was Josh Allen's 10th rushing touchdown of the season, which I believe him and Jalen Hurts had the most rushing touchdowns in the league, and Lamar Jackson. So that would make it 14-0 Buffalo. So it's still a lot of time left. I mean, we're already into halftime, but we would then have another punt, which was in Bills territory, and then Josh Allen would throw an interception by rookie safety for the Chiefs. Of course, Brian Cook out for this game and at least for the next 4 games, and instead intercepted by rookie safety Chamari Connor, a safety rookie from Virginia Tech, 4th round pick in this year's draft, and hasn't really had a lot of playing time. And yeah, he had set 3 tackles the last 3 games, and his first career interception. And so we would be in pretty good field position, and we would score as Jerick McKinnon a 7-yard run to make it 14-7, and the Bills nearly got points on the board to go up by 10 or more going into the locker room. They looked like they were going to go for like a 60-plus yard field goal, but instead a Hail Mary attempt would be incomplete. And then the Bills get the ball starting the second half, and then 31-yard field goal to make it 17-7. And then Mahomes on 3rd and 3 would find Rashee Rice 4 yards to make it 17-14. But then on our next series, on 2nd and 10, Mahomes and the Chiefs would fumble the ball, recovered by the Bills. Rashee Rice would lose the ball, and that was right near midfield. However, we would let the Bills punt so they would not score, so that, again, another turnover, but it would not cost us. And then a 27-yard field goal by Harrison Butker to tie it up 17 all with 11 minutes left in the game, and then punt by both teams, and then the Bills would take the lead 20-17 on a 12-play drive, 39-yard field goal with a minute 54 remaining, and then so we would then have minute 54 down 3. Of course, we know what happened back in January of 22 in that playoff game where the Chiefs with just 13 seconds will get in field goal range. Obviously, we wouldn't need 13 seconds in this one. And on 2nd and 10 at the Bills 49, Mahomes would find Kelce, who would then lateral it to Kadarius Toney. However, the touchdown would not count as a penalty on Toney offside, a offensive offside penalty, which you don't see very often. So it would be taken off the board, and that would set us up on our own side of the field at the 46. And then on 4th and 15, with the minute left, Mahomes' pass would be incomplete, intended for Kelce. So, man, just find another way to lose, and it's just pretty tough and kind of embarrassing too. And I don't really think that the blame was on Mahomes. He had a solid game, was sacked only once. He threw an interception, but after that last throw, he was very, very frustrated. And yeah, so Travis Kelce, 6 catches for 83 yards, 7 catches, 72 yards, and a score for Rashee Rice. So, and sack each for George Karlaftis, Trent McDuffie, and Charles Omenihu. So, but man, and the Bills, they're now 7-6. This was a huge win for them. It basically saved their season. So, and well, we have 4 games left, and they are all fairly easy games. We'll be at the New England Patriots next Sunday. The Patriots are now eliminated from playoff contention, and although they won on Thursday against the Steelers, they are 3-10, so I feel pretty confident about that. And then we'll play the Raiders on Christmas. They lost today. And then the Bengals on New Year's Eve. They won today. Of course, they've been without Joe Burrow, but they have still been solid. And then we close out at the Chargers. So, still have a good chance to win the AFC West. But, the Broncos, they won again, and they, since they beat us, they still have a chance to win the division. So, it's an extremely tight AFC playoff picture. So, anyway, hope to bounce back. Hope we can play like we did, 2 weeks ago against the Raiders. So, just been a pretty rough stretch last couple games for us. So, but hope we can bounce back next Sunday at New England. So till then, Comics are saying go Chiefs.